I wanted to jump on quick to encourage you guys just to keep going. I went through something not too long ago, and it put me out of work. It really affected my health for a little bit, and I was kind of off my game. I had to rest. I had to recover. Right now, I got a little brace on. I got the cast off. I also have I have like two different braces right now, but for my arm, I'm about to go back to work hopefully soon. And yeah, I just want to get on to encourage you guys to keep going, because everything that you go through that is traumatic or that affects you, affects your confidence, affects your health, your mood. It's difficult to get through these things, but once you get on the other side of it, you become stronger and better every time. And that's just who you are. You evolve. You are a transformer. You become something greater. And I almost want to say like shapeshifter, but in a positive way, not in a negative way, because you have negative shifters who, they'll morph into whatever you want. They'll morph into whatever you think, whatever character you want them to play. And they don't really have a real identity. They just transform into whatever you want at the time. And it's very fake and two-faced and nasty. And then you have people who are shapeshifters for good. They're becoming, they're evolving, they're increasing their knowledge, increasing their skills, doing something to enhance themselves and become better. And so I wanted to come on and say hey to all my subscribers, everybody who supports the Infinite Limits Tarot channel. And I'm excited for what's to come in my life. My life isn't doing the greatest. It kind of seemed like a lot of things just fell apart at the same time. And I know that I don't deserve this. I know that I'm a good person at the end of the day, and everything I do is for good. It's not for manipulative purposes. Everything I do, it's as long as I'm not harming anybody else, then I'm good. At the end of the day, I can sleep soundly at night knowing that I did everything in my power that I could. And sometimes we get stuck in these characters that we play in life. We get stuck in the ego, and we get stuck in these different characters that we were never supposed to play, but we played them, and we played the part, and you learn the lesson, and then you move on. And so as long as you're learning the lesson and you're gaining from life, and everything bad that happens, it's always ultimately for your good. I want you to know that, whoever's listening to me today. And I'll say that again, because like whatever bad happens to you, when you look back at it, you notice that it was always for your good. And it always helped you transform. It always helped you become better or want to do better. And that's just who you are. You're a go-getter. You're somebody who is always looking at the positive. You see the good in everyone, and it's both a blessing and a curse. It's both a blessing and a curse that you see the good in everyone, because not everybody wants the good for you. And it's sad. It's a hard lesson to learn, but that's why a lot of people, they stay single. That's why a lot of people, they don't date, or they don't, some people are just meant to be alone, or they're just loners. And, I often think to myself, am I going to be alone forever? And I think everybody has those thoughts. And I just want to tell you that, whatever you're wanting out of life, you can get it. And as long as you continue to believe in yourself, you stay real, you continue to do the good for humanity instead of doing bad and screwing everybody over and cheating to get ahead and taking the shortcut. I took the long way. I went through many humbling experiences throughout my life. So when I become a millionaire, people can't say that I'm not a humble person, because I've been through a lot as a child. I've been through a lot throughout my whole adolescence, and I look back on it now, and it was all, I learned all these lessons, but I'm so glad that I've been humbled and I've been through crappy situations. And I think a lot of people, they see me, they look at me, and they think I haven't been through much, but I've been through a lot. I shouldn't even be here today, honestly. Uh, I'm grateful for that, and I'm able to come on here and talk to you guys and share the experiences that I've gone through, share the lessons that I've learned, and also hopefully benefit you as well. So I know everybody's going through something in life, and I just want you to know that whatever mountain you're climbing at this time, you can get to the top. You will get to the top, and I'm here to encourage you and to hopefully allow you to get to the next level in your life. And all I know is I got to keep pushing, and I want to become the person that I was always meant to become. And I doing the shadow work, getting those parts of yourself back, talking to your inner child, talking to the problems that you have in your life, acknowledging them, resolving them, healing from it. And so yeah, I'm looking at the positive sides of life right now. I'm doing my best to stay outside as much as possible. I hope you guys are doing the same. And I just did an angel message short, and it's talking about being in nature and getting outside, and nature will give you the answers. And nature never lies. You pay attention to nature, and it teaches you lessons. And a lot of people, they've lost that. Especially in the city life. People don't go into the woods unless they go on the trail, but a lot of people don't do that. They don't ground their energy. They don't connect with that special energy that is within all things. So I love you guys so much. I'm gonna get off now, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. You're welcome here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification bell. You'll be kept updated for when I give more messages. And it's chill. I'm thinking about doing some music today. If not today, maybe tomorrow. And yeah, it's gonna be chill. So come check it out, and peace.